Hello everyone, I'm Sam from BBC Learning English. Today we're looking at different ways to use the word actually. We use it to talk about what is true, like the word really. Are bats actually blind? We use it to correct or contradict.
Are you from London, Sam?
Actually no, I'm from Oxford. We use it to emphasize that something is different or surprising. I love fish, but I actually don't like prawns. We use it to admit or confess to something.
Did you eat the last chocolate, Sam?
Actually, yes, I did. And we use it to add information. I'm a teacher, and so are both my parents, actually. So it's actually quite a useful word.
Hello everyone, I'm Tom from BBC Learning English London, and I'm here to explain be used to. We use this expression to talk about things which are normal for us now. For example, it's winter here in the UK. I've lived in the UK for quite a long time, so this is not a problem for me. So I can say I'm used to the cold weather. If we want to use a verb phrase with the expression, we need to add ing. For example, I'm used to wearing warm clothes outside. If something has not become normal, I can use not to make the negative form. For example, I am not used to wearing warm clothes in my office. What are you used to? Or what are you still not used to? Leave us a comment below the video to tell us.
Hi guys, it's Phil from BBC Learning English. Today we're going to look at how we can make conditional sentences easy. So let's start with a real conditional. Something like, if it rains tomorrow, I'll bring an umbrella. It's real because it might happen. Guys, it's London, it might happen, it might rain tomorrow. To make them, you just need to remember there are two bits. We've got the if bit and we've got the results bit. For the if bit, just use a present tense. For the results bit, we can use will, like the future. The other thing to remember is that the order doesn't matter. You can put them any way round. So now it's over to you. Why don't you leave a comment down below and tell us what you'll do tomorrow if it's raining, or if it's sunny, or if it's windy, or if it's foggy, or you know.
Hi everyone, Tom here from BBC Learning English, and I'm here to explain have something done. This is an expression we use when we pay someone to do something for us. For example, I have my hair cut at the hairdresser's. If I cut my own hair, it would look terrible. The expression uses have, an object, and the action which is done to the object. And the action is always in past participle form. We can also use the expression in the past. For example, I had my clothes cleaned yesterday whilst I was at work. How about you? Can you think of something that you have done regularly? Leave a comment below the video to practice.
Hello everyone, I'm Sam from BBC Learning English, and today we are going to look at the 3 ways in which we use if only. We use this to say that we would like something to be different, but careful, it has different forms. For the past, we use if only plus past perfect. If only I hadn't left my keys at home. For the present, we use if only plus past simple. For example, if only I understood maths, or if only I were better at maths, where we use were instead of was. And to talk about the future, we use if only plus would plus a verb. For example, if only he would call. If only English were easier, hey?
Hello everyone, Tom here from BBC Learning English in London. I'm going to explain the expression used to. Used to describes repeated actions or habits in the past. For example, I used to play football after school. And it can also describe states or things that happened over a long period of time. For example, I used to live in Japan. We can also use used to in the negative form. We just add did not or didn't. Using our first example, we could say, I didn't used to play football. But be careful. With negative and question forms, we don't include the at the end of use. So now, question time. Tell us, what did you used to do when you were a child? Leave us a comment below the video and let us know.
Hi, I'm Phil from BBC Learning English. Today I'm going to tell you how to use make and do. Now they can be tricky and there are some exceptions, but here are 4 things to remember. We use make when we create something, like this cake. We use do to talk about an activity.
What are you doing?
I'm doing some work. We can use make to talk about something that causes a reaction. This music really makes me want to sing. We can also use do with general activities.
What are you doing tomorrow?
I'm not doing anything. Have you got any plans?
Hello everyone, I'm Sam from BBC Learning English, and today we are looking at 5 ways to use the word hard. As an adjective describing a thing, it can mean the opposite of soft. For example, wood is hard. The opposite of easy. For example, the exam was hard. And it can mean something that involves effort. Running a marathon is hard. As an adverb describing an action, it can mean to do something with energy, such as she works hard, or to use force. For example, he hit the ball hard. Just be careful not to confuse it with hardly, because that has a different meaning. So not too hard, is it?
Hi everyone, Tom here from BBC Learning English in London, and today I'm going to tell you what to say after the word wish. When we're talking about wishes, we're talking about situations that are imaginary or unreal. To show this, after saying I wish, we use the past to talk about the wish, which is in the present. So I could say, I wish I had a cup of tea. Thank you. Now, if we want to make a wish about the past, we need to use the past past or the past perfect. For example, I wish I had chosen a more formal shirt before I filmed this video today.
Hi, I'm Phil from BBC Learning English. Today I'm going to tell you 5 ways to use in with time expressions. Number 1, months. I can say, I'm going on holiday in May. Number 2, seasons. So we can say, in winter, it's cold. Number 3, years. So I can say, I finished school in 2000. Number 4, most times of day. I leave home in the morning. I get home in the evening, but I go to sleep at night. It's an exception. Number 5, we use it with in the past, in the present, and in the future. In the future, you'll learn everything from videos.
Hi, I'm Dan from BBC Learning English, and today I'm going to tell you something about collective nouns. Collective nouns are often called group nouns. That is because they represent a number of things together. Examples are government, family, and team. So what's the big deal? The special thing about these collective nouns is that they can be singular or plural. If you consider your family to be a group of individuals, then the pronoun is they and the verb is plural. My family are happy. But your family can also be considered as a single unit, a machine that all works together. In this case, the pronoun is it and the verb is singular. My family is happy. This does not apply to all collective nouns, so be careful. Police and staff are always plural.
Hi, this is Keith from BBC Learning English. Today, I'm going to tell you 3 different ways of using the phrasal verb take off. First, we use take off to describe removing clothing. Whew, it's really hot here, so I'm going to take off my jumper. You can also separate take and off and say, take my jumper off. Second, we use take off to describe something becoming successful. I'm going to be rich. My business has taken off. Third, we use take off to describe not going to work. I'm going to take a day off work tomorrow. So we can say take off my jumper or take my jumper off. My business has taken off. And lastly, take a day off.
Hi, I'm Sian from BBC Learning English. Today I'm going to give you 5 uses of the verb get. So you get 5 lessons for the price of 1. Number 1, get can mean buy or obtain. I got myself a new phone last weekend. Number 2, get can mean receive. I just got a message. Number 3, get with an adjective can mean become. Oh, so many messages. I'm getting really annoyed. Number 4, get can also mean understand. Hang on, someone's just sent me a joke. I don't get it. Intense. I get it. Number 5, get can also mean arrive. I need to get home early, so I'm off.
Hi, this is Keith from BBC Learning English. Today, I'm going to tell you 3 different ways of using the phrasal verb pick up. First, we use pick up to describe learning something. So for example, I can say, children pick up languages very quickly. And so can you at BBC Learning English. Second, we use pick up informally to describe buying something. For example, I often pick up some milk on my way home. Third, we use pick up to describe getting an illness. I think I picked up a cold. So we can pick up languages, pick up some milk, and pick up a cold.
Hi, I'm Dan from BBC Learning English, and today I'm going to talk to you about infinitives of purpose. English has something called the infinitive of purpose. We use it to explain why we do something. To explain why we do something is an infinitive of purpose. Why do we use it? Another example is, I went home to eat. We make our sentence, I went home, and then attach a full infinitive verb, to eat. This doesn't work with nouns. For example, I went home to food. To use a noun, we use for. I went home for food. Finally, we can also use for to talk about doing something to help someone. For example, I made this video for you to learn. You're welcome.
Hi, I'm Phil from BBC Learning English. I'm going to tell you 3 facts about the. We use the when we're referring to a specific thing, and that both you and the person you're talking to know which one you mean. Please pass me the milk. We can see the bottle, so we know it's that one. Number 2, we don't use the when we're talking about something in general. For example, I love chocolate. Number 3, we don't use the when it doesn't matter which thing we're talking about. We usually use a or an here. Give me a cup of tea. I don't care which cup, any cup will do.
Hi, I'm Sian from BBC Learning English, and today I'm going to share 4 British slang words with you. So these are words you should only use in an informal situation. The first one is gutted. This is an adjective and means very sad or disappointed. I just failed my driving test for the 4th time. I'm gutted. Number 2 is knackered. This is also an adjective and means really, really tired. I went to a party last night and now I'm knackered. Next we have skint. If someone is skint, they have no money or very little money. I can't come out tonight, I'm skint. Our 4th slang word is the opposite of skint, loaded. If someone is loaded, they are very, very rich. I just won the lottery. I'm loaded.
Hello, I'm Sam from BBC Learning English, and today I have a question for you. If you study more, do you learn more? You could answer this question in 2 different ways. 1, yes, if I study more, I learn more. Or 2, yes, the more I study, the more I learn. The meaning is the same. One thing depends on another. But did you notice? We changed the sentence structure. Let's have a look together. Take if away. Add the to the beginning of both parts of the sentence. Rearrange the order of the words so that the comparatives, more 2 times here, are after the. And you get, the more I study with BBC Learning English, the more I learn.
Hi everyone, Tom here for BBC Learning English. Today I'm going to show you how to use the future continuous. We use the future continuous to describe actions in progress at a future point in time. For example, in the next scene, I will be wearing a jumper. We make the future continuous using will, be, and verb ing. Note that we can use any subject pronoun and the structure won't change. For example, these are my hands. The subject pronoun is they. In the next scene, they will be holding a melon. So now you will be thinking about how to use a new grammar. Why not give it a try?
Hi, Sian here again. Now, we all love going on holiday, but these 2 words can cause problems. So a journey is a noun and refers to a single piece of travel. So when you move from one place to another, by car, plane, train, bus, the journey to London takes 3 hours by bus. A trip is also a noun, but usually refers to more than one journey and the time you spend in a place. So if someone asks, how was your trip? They're asking about the whole time you are away, not the journey.
How was your camping trip, Sian?
It was fun, but it rained all weekend. A trip is often quite short compared to a holiday, and we can use it in these set phrases. So you can have a business trip, a school trip, or a day trip.
Hi, I'm Sam from BBC Learning English, and today let's look at how we can change adjectives into nouns when talking about groups of people in general. I'm from England, and I can talk about people from my country in 2 ways. English people talk about the weather a lot, where I use the adjective English to describe the noun people. Or I can take the adjective English and turn it into a noun with the. The English talk about the weather a lot. You can use this rule to talk about other groups of people as well. For example, the rich have more than the poor. But be careful. Yes, the groups of people are plural. And yes, the verb is plural. But we don't add s to the end of these words.
Welcome back to English in a Minute. I'm James, and today we're going to talk about a word with lots of different uses. Can. I can play the guitar. This is the first way that we can use can to talk about ability. For example, I can speak Spanish, but I can't fly. Let's look at another use of can. Can I open the window, Ellie?
No, you can't. It's too cold.
Oh, okay. In this example, can is used to ask for or give permission to do something. Can I go for lunch, Ellie?
Yes, of course you can, James.
Oh, thank you. Learning a language can be difficult. In this final example, can is used to talk about possibility. Ellie, take a jacket. It can get cold at night.
Okay, thanks, James.
This means that sometimes it is cold, but sometimes it isn't. So there we have it. Can be used for ability, permission, and possibility. Now you can use can too. See you next time.
Hi, I'm Tom, and today I'm going to show you how to use the future perfect continuous. When we use the future perfect continuous, we imagine ourselves at a point in the future, and we then talk about a continuing action which leads to this point. Let's practice. At the start of the next scene, I will have been eating noodles for 5 minutes. See? It's nearly finished. We make this tense using subject, will have been, plus verb ing. For example, at lunchtime, I will have been working for 4 hours. And we can also use won't to make the tense negative.
Hi! The word dead has so many meanings, and we're going to look at 5 of them. The first one is simple. It means not living. Monkey? Monkey?
He's dead! No!
You know when you sleep on your arm, when you wake up, you can't feel anything. It's numb. It's gone dead. I tried to catch Monkey, but my arm had gone dead. Dead, in reference to batteries, means they have no power. Hi, I need to... Oh no, the battery's dead. In informal British English, dead can also mean very. This English in a minute is dead interesting. Lastly, in speaking about directions or time, dead can mean exactly. The post office is dead ahead. We should arrive dead on time. Why should you never talk to a ghost? Because they're dead boring.
Hi, I'm Saskia from BBC Learning English. Today I'm going to tell you 4 ways to use the word just as an adverb. One way we use just is for things happening at this moment.
Do you want to go for a coffee?
Hang on, I'm just finishing this video. Just can also mean only. This book cost me just £1.
Wow, that was cheap.
Just often means exactly.
What time is it?
It's just 4 o'clock.
Saskia, here's a present for you.
Oh, thanks! It's just what I wanted. You can also use just to emphasize other words and expressions. I just love this shirt. So that's 4 ways to use just. Just in time. Better go for that coffee.
Welcome to BBC Learning English. I'm Sam, and today we are talking about the third conditional. The third conditional is a little strange because we're talking about something that didn't happen in the past. Why would we do that? Well, because sometimes we want to imagine a different outcome. A friend of mine came to visit me yesterday. It was a surprise, so when I opened my front door, I said, if I'd known you were coming, I would have baked a cake. Did I know she was coming? No. Did I bake a cake? No. So I'm imagining a different result. Because we're talking about an imaginary past, we use if plus the subject plus the past perfect, and then the subject plus would have plus past participle. And you can also swap those round. What would you have done if you'd known your friend was coming?
Hi, I'm Tim from BBC Learning English, and today I'm going to tell you about 3 useful words: because, as, and since. These are all used to give reasons. Because is more common than as or since, and we use it when we want to focus on the reason. I'm tired because I didn't sleep very well. When we want to give extra focus to the reason, we can put the because clause at the beginning of the sentence. Because my bed is uncomfortable, I'm getting a bad back. As and since are more formal than because, and we use them to focus on the result rather than the reason. I hope Tom's brought that comic, as I wanted to borrow it from him. Noodles are popular since they're easy to cook. We often use as and since clauses at the beginning of the sentence. Just remember to add a comma. So, as our minute is up, I'll finish recording this video.
Hi everyone, I'm James, and today we're going to talk about the past perfect tense, how we form it and why we use it. By the time I arrived at the airport, the plane had already left. In this example, had left is the past perfect tense. The structure for the past perfect tense is had plus a past participle. There are 2 past actions, arriving at the airport and the plane leaving. But which of these happened first? The clue is the past perfect tense. The action in the past perfect is the action that always happens first. Because the verb leave is in the past perfect, had left, we know that this action happened first. The action that happens second is often in the past simple tense. In this example, I arrived. When you want to talk about 2 past actions, one which happened before the other, remember to use the past perfect for the first action and the past simple for the second. Thanks for joining us for this English in a Minute.
Welcome to BBC Learning English. I'm Sam, and today we are going to look at adverbs of frequency. You know these. Always, sometimes, never. But where do they go in a sentence? Look at always in this sentence. Does it come before or after the verb? Helen always starts work at 7. The verb is starts and always comes before. Rule number 1. Next sentence. Helen isn't always happy about this. The verb is and always was after. Rule number 2. Last sentence. Helen has always hated early starts. Trick question. There was an auxiliary verb has and a main verb hated, and always went after the auxiliary verb. Rule number 3.
Hi, I'm Tom, and today I'm going to show you how to use tag questions. We use tag questions to ask for confirmation. For example, it's a melon. Isn't it? Isn't it has a similar meaning to do you agree? When the statement is positive, we make a negative question. And when the statement is negative, we make a positive question. It isn't a banana, is it? We can use other auxiliary verbs with tag questions, and these show a change in tense and meaning. For example, you won't eat my melon, will you? When there's no auxiliary verb, we make a question using do. Ellie, you really like melons, don't you? She really does.
Welcome everyone. Today we're going to look at the difference between few and a few. Have a look at these 2 sentences. Which sentence has a more negative feeling? Number 1, I have few friends. Number 2, I have a few friends who live in London. It was sentence number 1, right? When we use few, we're saying that the total number of something is not as many as we would like, that the number is small. Here, I'm telling you that I don't have many friends. When we use a few, we're not talking about the total number, but a category of something. It has a similar meaning to some. Here, I'm telling you that some of my friends live in London. Just remember, we always use this with countable nouns only. So please be careful. See you next time.
Hi, I'm Phil, and I'm going to tell you about the difference between hard and hardly. Hard we can use in lots of different ways, but it usually means strong, difficult, or intense. Ow, that ball's hard. Calculus is hard. Whew, that was really hard work. Hardly is an adverb, and it can mean almost not. This is too small. I can hardly read it. We can use it with any to talk about quantity. For example, there's hardly any water in this cup. We can use it with ever for frequency. For example, I hardly ever play basketball. To help you remember, it's hard for me to play tennis because I hardly ever train. I can hardly walk afterwards because I've been running hard, and I often get hurt because the ball's hard and there's hardly any time to get out the way.
Hi, I'm Georgina from BBC Learning English. Do you ever wonder about the difference between there, and there? They are all pronounced the same but have different spellings and are used differently. There is used to show plural possession. It is Phil and Ellie's laptop. It is their laptop. It is Georgina and Roy's dog. It is their dog. There is used to identify something for the first time and is often followed by the verb to be. There is a cafe near our office, but it's so expensive. There is a bookshop nearby and it has some nice books. There has the same meaning as they are and is often followed by an adjective. Where are Sam and Dan? They're late. They're never on time. Bye for now.
Hi everyone. Think of tell and you think of speaking, but tell doesn't always mean tell. Let me tell you why. Okay, that time I meant speaking. Not only does the verb tell mean say something to someone, it also has a meaning similar to know, recognize, understand, or perceive. We often use it in combination with the verb can to make can tell for the present and could tell for the past. I can tell he's from France. He has an accent. Or, we could tell it was going to rain because of the clouds. We often use it to talk about differences. Then, we might use the negative or the question. Can you tell the difference between this cup and that cup? I can't tell the difference between this cup and that cup. We often use can tell with the pronoun you to talk about something that many people should find obvious. You can tell he's an English teacher. He knows all the answers.
Hello, I'm Sam, and in this lesson we are going to look at the differences between at, in, and on for location. At can be used to talk about a single specific location. I'm at work, or I'm at the BBC right now. On is used in relation to a surface. I'm sitting on a chair. And in is used to talk about a three-dimensional space, usually with 4 walls. It's similar to inside. I'm in a room. So to help you remember these rules, try to think of a concert. I'm at the front, the band is on the stage, and my friends are in the crowd. And where are you right now?
Hi, I'm Tim, and today I'm going to show you 3 real phrases we say using the word face. When talking about something we think is bad, we can use the expression can't face it. This means that we don't want something or we don't want to do something. School is awful at the moment. I can't face it today. Or in a shorter form, I can't face school today. Sometimes we need to think about or confront something difficult even when we don't want to. Here we can say face up to something. For example, you need to face up to your fear of exams if you want to pass the course. I could also say you need to face up to it. The last expression is face the music. This means to accept the negative result of past actions. For example, I forgot to do my homework. Now I have to tell the teacher and face the music.
Hello, I'm Tom, and today I'm going to show you how we really say hello to our friends in British English. If you're with your friends, you can say all right. For example, all right, Ellie. You could also say hello, mate, but say it like this. Hello, mate. Another thing we could say is how are you doing? But we say it like this. How you doing? My favourite is what's happening. And you say it like this. Hey, what's happening? You can use any of these expressions when you meet British people and sound super natural. Excellent. So now you know how to use these new expressions, you can come and say hi to us on the BBC Learning English social media pages.
Never before, probably, has inversion been explained so quickly or so simply. So pay attention because that's what we're doing. Inversion is something we do in English for emphasis, formality, or style. I will never dance. This sentence follows normal word order. Subject, auxiliary verb, adverb, verb. Never is a negative or limiting adverb. Other examples are rarely, hardly, and not often. First, move the negative adverb to the beginning of the sentence. Then, invert or swap the order of the subject and auxiliary verb. Never will I dance. If your sentence is affirmative and doesn't have an auxiliary verb, for example, the present or past simple, then add one. Rarely do I wake up on time. Remember, it's for emphasis, so only do it for a good reason.
We're going to look at 5 different uses of the word break. As a verb, break can have many meanings, but today we're only going to look at 3. Number 1, it means to separate into pieces. Oh, I sat on my glasses, but thankfully they didn't break. 2, break means that something doesn't operate or doesn't function properly. Why is my laptop not working? Don't tell me it's broken. And meaning number 3, it means to surpass or do better than something else. Have you seen that new horror film? It broke all the box office records. As an adjective, breaking is very often used together with the word news to mean that the news is very, very recent. I get breaking news notifications on my phone. And finally, as a noun, break means to stop working for a short time. It's time for a break.
Hi, it's Georgina from BBC Learning English. Today we look at 5 ways of using run. The most common way of using run is to move your legs faster than a walk. Run can be used when we need to go somewhere unexpectedly for a short time. Oh no, there's no milk. I have to run to the shop later. Another way to use run is to talk about a regular transport service. The trains normally run every hour until quite late. You can use run to show that someone is the boss of a project. My cousin runs a clothes shop. Lastly, we use run when we have to leave in a hurry.
Hurry up! You're late for the meeting.
Oh no, I've got to run. Bye for now.
Hi everyone. Late is a very useful word. Find out why on this English in a minute. The most common meaning of late is after the correct time. It can go before a noun as an adjective. I had a late breakfast, so I took the late train. Or it can modify a verb as an adverb. I arrived late to class because the train came late. And don't forget, you can be late for something. I'm going to be late for my own wedding! Late can also mean near the end of a period of time. We didn't go to bed until late at night. We often talk about periods in history this way. The internet was invented in the late 20th century. You can also combine late with of to mean recently. I've been using the internet a lot of late. Finally, late can be used to refer to a person who has died, usually recently. Look at the time! I've got to go. I'm late. Not dead.
Hi, I'm Roy, and today I'm going to tell you about using comparatives to say that someone or something is changing or developing. So the structure is like this: comparative plus and plus the same comparative. So we put the and in the middle of the two comparative adjectives. Every year, I look older and older. Don't forget that with adjectives of 2 or more syllables, like beautiful, we use the word more plus an adjective to make the comparative. We don't add er. With these, we add the and in the middle of the two mores. For example, every day my wife Luciana gets more and more beautiful. Anyway, that's everything for today. I'm getting hungrier and hungrier, so I've got to go. Bye!
Hi, I'm Georgina from BBC Learning English. In today's lesson, we're going to look at 3 differences between American English and British English spelling. Words which end with ER in American English often end in RE in British English. For example, I live in the centre of town changes to centre. Normally verbs which end in IZE in American English can be spelt in British English with either IZE or ISE. For example, can you organise a meeting changes to organise. Sometimes words with OR in American English can be spelt in British English using OUR. For example, what's your favourite colour changes to favourite colour. It doesn't matter whether you use American English or British English spelling. Just make sure you use one or the other.
Hi everybody, welcome back to English in a Minute. I'm James and today we're going to look at the verb try. It can be a little bit tricky to use this verb because it changes its meaning depending on whether you use an ing verb or a verb with to. So let's take a look at some examples. I tried baking a cake. I tried to bake a cake. These two sentences are almost exactly the same, but their meaning is a little bit different. I tried baking a cake. When we use try with an ing, all we're saying is that we attempted to do something. It could be a new experience, something that you haven't done before. I tried to bake a cake. When we use try with a verb and to, we're saying that a task is quite difficult to complete, or that we failed. If you'd like to try learning more English, why not go to our Facebook page or to the website. Bye everyone.
Sometimes we want to talk about something we thought would happen in the future at a point in the past. We'll look at how to do this now. To do this, we use past versions of future forms. Will becomes would. Yesterday I said I would go to the park. Going to becomes was going to, like this. The last time I saw you, you were going to start a new job. What's it like? The present continuous becomes the past continuous. Last week you were visiting your family the day after I saw you. How did it go? So to recap, will becomes would, going to becomes was going to, and the present continuous becomes the past continuous. At the start, I said we'd look at how to talk about the future in the past, and now we have. Bye!
Hi, I'm Georgina from BBC Learning English. In today's lesson, we're looking at mixed conditionals. We usually use mixed conditionals to talk about a past imaginary situation that has a present imaginary result. For example, if I had eaten breakfast, I wouldn't be hungry now. The first phrase uses the same structure as the third conditional. If plus past perfect. This is because it is a past imaginary situation. It's not true. I didn't eat breakfast. The second phrase uses the same structure as the second conditional. Would plus infinitive No to. This is because it is a present imaginary result. It's not true. I am hungry because I didn't eat breakfast. Don't forget to put the comma in after the if clause. Bye for now.
Hi everyone, welcome back to English in a Minute. Today we're going to look at 5 verbs that are followed by an ing noun. Not all verbs are followed by an ing, but these 5 are. So let's get started. The couple avoided doing the housework. Avoid means to stay away from or stop yourself from doing something. Sean denied taking the pen. Deny means to say that you didn't do something. I really enjoy cooking. Many verbs that are about likes and dislikes are followed by an ing. I recommend watching the new horror film. Recommend is a verb that we use to give advice. I regret not going to university. Regret is a verb that means that you wish something in the past had been different. If you enjoyed watching this video, I recommend subscribing to the BBC Learning English channel. I promise you won't regret subscribing.
Hi everyone, Sam here, and in this lesson we're going to look at 4 different uses of quite. We use quite before an adjective or adverb to mean less than very, but more than a little. It's quite cold and it's raining quite heavily today. We can use quite before a verb. Often the verbs like and enjoy. I quite like watching football, but I don't love playing it. We can use quite a before an adjective plus noun. My brother is quite a good musician, but if we take the adjective away and just have quite a plus noun, the meaning changes. My brother is quite a musician, which means my brother is a very good musician. He's impressive. So quite is quite useful, isn't it?
Hi everyone, welcome back to English in a Minute. We're going to look at how to use modal verbs when making a deduction. That's when we make guesses about what is happening. Let's look at some examples. Use must when you are certain or almost certain that something is true. For example, Phil's hair is wet, it must be rainy. Use can't to say when you are certain something is not true. For example, Phil's hair is wet, it can't be sunny. We can use might, may or could to talk about possibility. Let's look at some examples. Sam is late for work. We don't know why Sam is late, but we can make a guess. For example, her car could be broken. Another possibility is she might still be asleep. One final possibility now. There may be a lot of traffic. Well, it must be time to finish now. Thanks for joining us. Bye!
Hi, I'm Roy, and today I'm going to tell you all about making comparatives using the words as and as. Look at this sentence. James is as tall as me. That means James and I are the same height. We use as with an adjective and another as to say that something is the same or equal. You can also use the words much or many between the two as's. I have as many video games as James. If you want to say that something is not the same or not equal, you can use the word not. We put the word not in front of the first as. The film is not as good as the book. This means I think the book is better than the film. Anyway, I've got to go, but I hope you're as happy as I am. Bye!
Hi everyone, welcome back to English in a Minute. I'm James, and today we're going to talk about 3 different uses of the infinitive with to. We can use an infinitive with to after an adjective. It's easy to learn English with the BBC. Another way to use the infinitive with to is to talk about the purpose or the reason for something. For example, I went to the shops to buy some milk. So in this example, I'm saying that the reason I went to the shop was to buy milk. Finally, use the infinitive with to after quantifiers. The structure for this is quantifier plus noun plus infinitive with to. For example, I have too many emails to send. Or, there isn't enough time to get to the station. Join us on social media to learn more English. We're always happy to help. Hi everyone, welcome back to English in a Minute. Today we're going to look at 5 different uses of the verb let. So let's get started. Let's is a way to introduce an idea or make a suggestion. Let's go for coffee. Phil let me borrow his pen. In this example, let means to give permission. I have a room to let in my house. In this example, the verb let means to hire or rent. So what I'm saying is that there is a room in my house that is available to rent. The man let the thief run right past him. In this example, let means to not stop or prevent something from happening. We're saying that the man didn't prevent the thief from running away. Let me take your jacket. This is a polite way to offer to help. Let's finish today's episode here. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Bye. We're going to take a look at 4 different uses of the adjective fair. I sold my car for £2,000. It was a fair deal. In this example, fair means equitable. It means that I received the correct amount of money. My car is worth £2,000 and I received £2,000. It looks like there's a fair chance it will rain tonight. A fair chance is a set phrase and it describes the likelihood of something. It means that there is a good chance or a high likelihood of something happening. My sister has fair hair and fair skin. Fair is used to describe the colour in this example. It's like saying that my sister has light-coloured hair and light skin. I have a fair understanding of Spanish, but I'm not fluent. In this example, fair means average or not bad, but not great. It means I know a little Spanish, but not a lot. If you have a fair understanding of the word fair, why not leave us a comment?
Hi, I'm Phil and I'm going to tell you a little secret about British people, and it's that we're not great at saying no. So if you want to say no like a Brit, remember not to be too direct. We don't actually like saying no, so start by saying how bad it is or apologise. Unfortunately, I'm afraid, sorry, but... Okay, so now they know you don't want to do it. Tell them why you have to do this terrible thing. Unfortunately, I'm not able to come tonight. I'm afraid that's not possible. Sorry, but I don't think that's a good idea. Okay, now the bad stuff's out of the way, suggest an alternative. Unfortunately, I'm not able to come tonight. Let's try next week. I'm afraid that's not possible, but I've got another idea. So just remember, not too direct, apologise, say why, and suggest an alternative.
Hi, I'm Sam from BBC Learning English. People in the UK have a reputation for saying sorry a lot. So let's have a look at different ways you can use to do this. So you can say sorry, you can be sorry, and you can apologise. In each case, we use the preposition to with a person and for to give the reason we're apologising. I said sorry to my friend for forgetting her birthday. After for, you can use a gerund or a noun. But if you want a simple statement to say, I was wrong, you can use any of these. Careful who you say these to. My bad is very informal and you would probably only use it after making a small mistake. It won't happen again is probably better in more serious situations. Let's take a minute to look at different ways you can apologise in a formal situation. Imagine you're in an important meeting at work and you interrupted your boss. To say sorry, you might say, sorry, excuse me, pardon me, apologies, I sincerely apologise for interrupting or for the interruption. Because for is a preposition, you can either use a gerund or a noun. Now imagine you're in the same important meeting at work and you give a presentation in front of your boss that is incomplete and full of mistakes. To say sorry, you might say, "I'm afraid I didn't finish the presentation." Don't be confused. Afraid does not mean scared here. It's like sorry, but more formal. And notice that after afraid, we use a full clause or sentence.